just out of turn number 2, going into turn number 3. No caution yet, as the drivers now through 8 and 9 will look to the front straightaway. Still no caution from the flag stand, so it looks like we're going to stay green.
Well, he's out of harm's way. They'll keep it green and mean. There we go. Oh, JR gets into the dirt, gets nice and loose, but he's not letting that 27 out of his sight.
Ranger is such a smooth road course driver. We've seen it for years now. Andrew Ranger in his office in that car. He's so gentle on the steering wheel, and he saves that car for the end of the race.
He does a great job of tire management, that's for sure.
There you see the McComb car. It's going to be coming up to the left. You see him stopped on this little short chute between 2 and 3 as the drivers all make it through safely, but barely.
That's kind of dangerous because he's right on the outside apex on that corner entrance. You got to get out there to be fast, and I just wonder how long they're going to leave him sit there.
You can hear some radio chatter now. They're talking about that stopped ultimatedrivers.ca number 50 of Joey McColm. The Dodge coming to a rest early going in the Vortex brake pads 200, but your leader continues to be the 27 of Andrew Ranger.
Oh, you can hear that. You hear them shift now. They got these great gearboxes now here in the Canadian Tire Series. They just pull them. No clutch, no nothing. Clutchless on the fly, and they're all in the draft. Everybody's trying to catch that 27. And look at this on the outside one more time.
And now the caution flag flies. We had told you about that stalled car out of turn number 2. Full course caution for the first time here at Mosport this afternoon. This will bunch the field back up. Really the top 11, 12 cars that started to make a gap back to the rest of the field.
Well, the fun part about this is road courses and ovals are the same. We're going to have a side-by-each restart when we go back green.
And you can hear no fire under the hood of the 50 car of Joey McColm. And there is the corner marshal showing the yellow flag all around this 10-turn Mosport Raceway. And McColm stopped. He'll need some help from the wheel and engineering safety team. And we'll take a quick break. Andrew Ranger leads 3 laps in.
Welcome back to the Vortex Breaks 200 at Mosport International Raceway. This is the 50 car of Joey McColm behind the wall, hood up, trying to find out what that engine problem is. Guys, just about set for another green flag run, our first restart here this afternoon.
And it is Andrew Ranger and JR Fitzpatrick, as you mentioned, Billy, lining up side by side as a pace car pulls off. Ranger has chosen the inside line as they head towards turn number 1 for the restart. Number 1 here at Mosport.
Oh, this is where we measure the big ones right here, side by side down into the corner. He'll run them on a racetrack because that outside apex is where you need to be. JR Fitzpatrick had to give way.
You can see nearly all the cars twitching. The weather here today is a lot different than it has been all weekend. It's been rainy, it's been gray all weekend, a little bit cool, and then today the sun's out. It's hot today as well.
Well, that's just going to grease up the racetrack a little bit, and these cars will get a little loose, and as the fuel load comes off, they're only going to get looser.
There's Ron Beauchamp Jr. in the 60 Dodge, bouncing off the curb, trying to dive underneath the 4 of Don Thompson Jr. into turn number 4 on board the 3 of Jason Hathaway. But here comes JR Fitzpatrick to the inside of the 27 of Andrew Ranger, and Fitzpatrick will move to the lead.
A power move by JR Fitzpatrick under braking into turn 5. That's an awesome place to pass. And look at the distance he puts on him right away. Kerry Mix wants it in the mix. Here's that 17 Dodge of DJ Kennington. It's strutting its stuff now down the backstretch.
Well, beyond digital imaging, Dickey's Ford of Kerry Mix tried the same move underneath the 27, but that stunted his drive down the backstretch, and DJ Kennington takes a look up on the outside, but he won't make it stick.
DJ's pretty smart racer. Talked to him after qualifying. This day was just going to be about finishing and keeping that car in one piece and looking at the big picture, that national championship.
Now, we've seen these two drivers at the front of the field battle pretty hard before, and here comes Andrew Ranger back to the inside of 84. JR Fitzpatrick, they touch in one.
He puts the door to him down into the corner. These guys are going at it hard. This is awesome racing. 2 young lions wanting the same piece of real estate.
And don't count out the wily veteran Kerry Mix in there as well. He just got underneath the 84, but again, had to back off as JR slammed the door, and here comes Fitzpatrick once again.
Well, Kerry's never been shy. He loves to race, and he only got to go back to 1 race ago when the 02 and the 84 did get together at Delaware Speedway.
A drag race out of 3 into turn 4. JR Fitzpatrick on the outside is going to take over the lead once again.
Again, just not quite a road race move, but I was telling you, that outside move will work when you got these inside apexes. JR just beat him to the breaking point. What a great job, JR Fitzpatrick.
That Schick Hydro number 84 Chevrolet seems to be just floating off these corners.
Wow, listen to that horsepower down the backstretch. It's picking up RPM. He's in. Oh, he's feathering the throttle up over the hill.
Fifth place, Scott Steckley in the Canadian Tire, number 22, as he chases the 17 of DJ Kennington. You see Lapsevich not too far behind that 22 car.
Well, Scott Steckley just proved to us right there. Oh, he's big loose off the corner. But he just proved to us that he's being patient. Because when I drove here last, you drove the car right over the hill before he lifted. And he was feathering it coming up to the top.
These drivers have gone to school on these road courses, with so many on the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series calendar. You really have to be good. You can't take one race off and just go, well, you know, I'm just going to try and finish in the top 10. You got to be there at the end.
Well, that's the fun part about road racing. You know, on an oval track, you got to have a really good car and a decent driver that can hit his marks. You can bring a mediocre car here and run up front.
There's a good battle there between the 99 of Derek White and the 01 of Caitlin Johnson. Again, we mentioned off the top of the show, Caitlin in her first race in a stock car, that Pizza Dodge, doing a pretty good job just learning the ropes here at Mosport.
Well, she's being mentored by a real good shoe himself, Derek Lynch. But the real deal today is just get her seat time in these big, heavy stock cars to feel how they turn, brake, and accelerate.
And you can see the gap starting to form as we ride along with Jason Bowles in the Triad number 11. He sits in 12th spot, and the 95 of Anthony Simone slow on the outside of turn number 8. Problems under hood on that Chevrolet. There he is lagging behind this lead pack, looking for pit road.
Well, there's the Triad 11 there, that car out of North Carolina, and this Bowles fellow certainly knows his way around a road course, and Johnny Gaunt picked a real good replacement here today.
Yeah, he's working on the back bumper, that Mopar number 60 of Ron Beauchamp Jr. Don Thompson Jr. in there as well in the Home Hardware Chevy, and there is Simone on pit lane, and the window net's down.
They don't know exactly what it is, guys, but they say it's broken. They're checking the rear end. Jack stands going underneath. Anthony Simone was hoping for a strong finish in this one. Qualified in the top 10. Finished second here last year. Drive shaft looks like it's the culprit, fellas.
And you really got a feel for that team. I mean, they had a great run going at Delaware. Now trouble's here again. And 13th spot up for grabs back on the racetrack between Jason Hathaway. There's Peter Kloot in the 42. Now he's run here at Mosport in the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series, looking for a good outing here today.
Well, he struggled the first couple times he came here, but he's certainly got the thing dialed in today.
Rolled on board the Rockstar Energy drink number 3 of Jason Hathaway. This going on just behind the 69 of Trevor Siebert. Up on the outside, looking to get around the 42 of Peter Kloot. He won't make it work so far. That outside gamble down the back straightaway doesn't seem to be paying off.
It just hasn't worked yet, but as this place greases up some more and they get some more rubber down, it certainly will come. Don't go away. This is the best racing you can get here in Ontario.
Welcome back to race number 2 of the 2010 NASCAR Canadian Tire Series, presented by Mobil 1. The 84 machine of J.R. Fitzpatrick leads the field here at Mosport International Raceway.
Well, the race up front's pretty good, but look at this, Dave. We got a race for third, and we got 3 really wily veterans going at it.
And we also have a driver on pit lane. It is Jason Bowles in the 11 car. He's making his first pit stop. Let's throw it down to Todd.
It'll be a fuel-only stop for the number 11 with Jason Bowles behind the wheel. He'll get fuel. They'll make a slight handling adjustment. He will make another pit stop scheduled for later in the race for tires. This is the strategy for the first of the front runners that we're starting to see. There will be others expected for fuel only early on.
Now, I'm surprised we didn't see more adjustments come out of that car. A brand new piece built for this race. They only had time to test it down the street in North Carolina, loading it up onto the trailer.
Well, you got to remember, there's no shortage of experience when you talk about the Triad fellas. They build great motors and chassis. And young Marty Gaunt has known these race cars and racetracks up here in Ontario for quite a while.
Absolutely, and some input from John as well on how to build them properly. And you know, that car's on the right page. First race out as you take a look at the field as they fly past our camera position here on the Andretti straightaway.
Well, that's a great look at how fast they come up over the top to turn 5. Howie Scannell Jr. there in the Jim Bray trailer special, doing a nice job here today.
Trevor Siebert in the Dodge. There's Jared Whistle in the Ford. He's having a great run here today in the 44. And that is for 12th spot on the racetrack. Keep an eye on this group.